Hi guys, how you doing? Piotr here, and it's another Crypto Market Flow update. Friendly reminder: Crypto Market Flow is a part of Land of Trading Group. Guys, we are going to talk about the Bitcoin ahead of the month of the end of the month. Even it's today, still we have like more than 24 hours to go. It's the 30th of July 2019. It's almost 30 past 5 p.m. CET, meaning that we are close to end of the European session. Anyway, before we start to discuss Bitcoin chart, as usual, a risk warning. Guys, please bear in mind trading crypto on margin carries a high level of risk, may not be suitable for investors. You can sustain a loss of some or all initial investments, so please do not invest the money that you cannot afford to lose. Seek education, gain experience before risking real money. However, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Okay, so let's get back to our monthly chart. We are discussing this a little bit. If you remember previous videos, I've been trying to compare the situation with this huge drop we've seen from the 2018 through the 2018, right? Towards the November 2018, some consolidation. But anyway, this one was trying to translate and make the path for the what is going on right now on daily. But right now, because we are approaching end of the month, it's getting visible also here on the monthly chart. And to be honest with you, worry a bit. Anyway, let's discuss this three rising candle over here, right? Then what happened was this big red candle, right? Big red candle. We're trying at this time, it might be a little bit different, and that's what I'm trying to explain. Doesn't look great, agree 100%, doesn't look great. But guys, what is important, and I've been talking about this few times already, is this July 2018 trading range, right? Ahead of this huge Niagara Falls, ahead of this huge breakdown to the downside below 6,000, right? Why it's so important is latest weakness, right? And see, May 2019, break higher, right? Immediately on June, as you can see the lower shadow, immediately in June 2019, retest and higher, right? For now, we stopped at the 2018 yearly open, and we are building over the course of July, we are building this this negative candle. Positive things, we are still trying to hold the latest weakness. If you remember, I've mentioned, and we have a plan, we have a trading plan based on the daily chart and lower time frame, this 8,500, 7,800. It's not accidental, it's what we have from the higher time frame perspective. That's what very important in my opinion. We have quiet last 24 hours, and in my opinion, it's a thing that bulls are trying to be as close as possible to 10k psychological level. Then next month, August, we might see similar price action to what we've seen in February 2018. It might be similar. I'm not saying it's gonna be that deep, but it might be the retest of the 7,800, right? In case we are going to break a little bit lower from the monthly chart perspective, the bottom of that range is also the case 6,000. So ahead of this big breakdown, we never retested, right? After such a huge rally, if you remember, I've been talking that we might not look back. I've been talking not here, but I've been preparing a video for one of the broker. Anyway, let's switch lower. Let's switch to the daily chart. All right, and still here what we have on a daily chart, unclear situation, right? We are trying to be around 10,000, but with this breakdown we've seen 3 days ago, 27th of July, with this breakdown, it doesn't look great right now. It doesn't look great. So right now, any attempt to rally towards 9,800, 10,000 is like trying to retest the supply. Of course, the question is where we are going to be tomorrow at the end of the month. As of now, retest of 9,800, 10,000. That might be selling opportunity, because what we discussed previously, probably we switch a little bit, and first we are going to retest this 8,500, 7,800, right? Instead of doing this equal moves to the upside, what I've been trying to explain, right? We have those two equal waves to the upside, right? Then we had this equal moves, if I'm not mistaken, to the downside, right? Then we had another move to the upside, same in size, but unfortunately there was a chance here when we were above 10,000 that we are about to move the same equal wave to the upside, trying to retest the high, right? Looks like market decided to go only one way this time. Okay, so again, we have to make the measure of the move to the downside. We made the one, and in case we are going to make another one, right, it's about to retest the levels we were discussing, as well as the bottom of the channel. Okay, now it's, as I mentioned, it's very quiet. So let's switch to 2-hour chart, right? I have some market profile here. It's very quiet, and we had, let me remove it. I don't need that right now. Yeah. Volume profile. I don't. Anyway, hopefully it's not gonna. Okay. All right. I hide it. Anyway, as I mentioned, it's very quiet. We were trying to make the breakdown, right, with the lower shadow, and because in my way of thinking, because of where we are from the monthly chart perspective, it was quickly countered, right? So the bulls are trying to hold towards end of the month as close as possible to 10,000, right? So we are right now, from the intraday perspective, for me looks like we might have this type of the diamond, right? Then some kind of the consolidation tomorrow and continuation, right? Because we are creating this diamond after the move to the downside. So probably we are going to continue to the downside. Plenty of stops to be hunted, right? And that might open the way towards our target around 8,400, 8,500, 8,000 and 7,800. In case of the, anyway, if market will decide to do something different, right? We first have to get back above 9,800, 10,000, right? And even 10,200, that's the, let me make the cleaning. But 10K is psychological in my opinion, okay? So plenty of stops to the downside to look for, right? But in case that's what we have, in case of the attempt to move higher, 9,800, right? That's the 9,800, right? Then psychological 10,000 and 10,200. We have to move above to have a possibility to retest 10,800, 11,400 eventually, right? So only with the move and close above 10,000, 10,200, we might see higher levels towards 10,800 and 11,400 at the very beginning. As of now, once we are below some kind of the consolidation and probably move to the downside, and one of the factor or what I'm going to be focused on of the speed of that move to the downside. I would like to see very quick move, lower shadow, and some nice buying volume. Okay, very quiet, so don't be trapped, guys. It might stay as it is, as we have right now, for the next 24 32 hours towards end of the month. I'm going to be here tomorrow again with an update right ahead of the end of the month. Not sure if we are going to talk about the Bitcoin or something else, but I'll be here again. Have a great rest of the day. Take care and goodbye.